So it's no secret that I love budget decks. I mean, I've made 3 videos on Elemental Mage alone, and I've also covered Handbuff Paladin, but I think one budget deck that often flies under the radar is Weapon Rogue. If you've ever seen Weapon Rogue in action, it is all centered around the minion Swarthy Sword Shiner, which is a 3 mana 3/3 with Battle Cry, set the attack and durability of your weapon to 3. This deck is fairly straightforward. You do want to find the Sword Shiner by turn 3, but on turn 2, you either want to be hero powering for your weapon, or ideally, you have a quick pick deployed on turn 2, so you can go Sword Shiner on turn 3, and then deploy a variety of other weapon buffs like Harmonic Hip Hop, Deadly Poison, or Deadly Poison off of Valira's Gift. We also run a Dig for Treasure. This is our most kept card in the mulligan because we run one minion being the Sword Shiner, and Sword Shiner is conveniently a pirate, so we also get that coin benefit off of Dig for Treasure. And because taunt minions are very plentiful in this meta, we have also ways to deal with those annoying minions we must attack with Sap and the very clean answer of Deafen. So if we have some defense crystals in our way, we can get rid of those as quickly as possible so that we can touch our opponent's face with our weapon. And that is pretty much Weapon Rogue. It all just boils down to get a weapon out fast, buff it up as quickly as possible, clear out some annoying minions, and hit our opponent in the head as hard as possible. If you enjoy budget videos like this or Hearthstone content in general, please consider subscribing. Let's get into some games.
Meren versus Magni.
Probably the bad matchup. Probably a questionable matchup if this is Odin. Throw away those two. Hopefully find Prep. Prep would be absolutely fantastic. Prep would allow us to do our broken turn, as Prep usually does for the rogue class. Still not sure why Prep has not been Hall of Famed with Shadow Step. It would have, if they did that, I feel like, not really related to Weapon Rogue, but kind of is. I feel like if they Hall of Fame those two cards, it would really allow Rogue to be able to like be designed around better. But with those two super broken cards, they just can't give the class much. Or else you get dumb combo decks like Quasar. Because really, with the Quasar deck, it was like just Prep that made that deck really dumb. But I imagine those two will be Hall of Famed here soon. Anyway, New Heights on turn 3 per usual. Love to see it. So let's Sword Shiner and just get to punching. Get to punching our opponent, Popo. Good old Popo. Hopefully he doesn't gain too much armor in my face. Warriors typically don't gain that much armor. Holy smokes, that armor. Let's see if we can deal with it. That constitutes dealing with it. And let's just draw cards. Perfect. Love to see Sharp Shipment. Hit him in the head. And end the turn. Feeling decent. Feeling decent. As decent as I can against Warrior. Is this Viper? Oh, am I facing the one gamer that runs Viper? More power to him. Can I bait
come to me.
Bait out the Viper. I don't know if I can. I kind of want to save Stick Up for something that's a little bit more threatening. I think I might cash in Phantom Knives because I think it's as good as it gets.
It will come to me.
So Phantom Knives, 3.
Polished and dippy.
3
I'm short on time.
into that. And I think I'm just going to throw 7 upstairs. And I'm going to deploy a quick pick. If they Viper me, then I cry.
There's always room for dessert.
Good old Ham. Yep, yep, yep. Ham fortunately found nothing. So you love to see that. I may just take this opportunity to...
Considering my options. And I'll stand it up.
I think Eviscerate has a lot more applications in this matchup. Maybe Stick Up can find me nothing. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. Usually that finds me something worthwhile, but yeah, we'll just Eviscerate, 3 upstairs, and if they have Viper, they're just like, they're a god gamer. Can't do much against those guys. Kind of want my 3/3 to die before Ziliax comes out, but I don't know if this deck can beat Ziliax straight up. So this might be a Sleep Under the Stars turn. Just gain 15 armor, go back up to full health pretty much. Gotta keep us weapon rogues on our feet. There are many of us. A tougher game than I thought we had on our hands, but you know, gotta keep us on our feet. So let's just go for a Deafen. And 3 and 3.
Job's done.
Let's end the turn. Good old Rustrot Viper in the ETC. Tough stuff. Gain 15. Draw 2. This discards my lowest cost spell, so this would be either a Gear Shift or a Dig for Treasure. Both of those I'm fine with throwing away. Draw 2, refresh twice. Into a shield block, I imagine. Yep.
I gotta move.
Okay, okay. So they're gonna cash in their Starship on my 3/3. So next turn we are representing 6 damage from hand. So we can peel off their armor. Maybe a little bit more. So the disaster, of course, would be that they found Ziliax. Because I'm pretty sure this deck can't beat Ziliax. So let's do a Sharp Shipment. A little bit of hip hopping.
Stay back.
8 upstairs. And I guess Eviscerate? Ziliax or Bust, or another Sleep Under the Stars. That would also do it. They've seen a ton of cards this game. I'd be very surprised if they don't have that. If they don't just jam Ziliax here. The pause makes me feel good. I like a good pause. I've already spent one of my Eviscerates clearing their ham, so Ziliax is pretty free to develop. Yep. That hurts. Do I have a sick lethal here? I think I do. I think I do. So if I Fan of Knives, they'll go up to 6, so they'll go up to 11. I think I need to gear shift actually. So now I think prep, Fan of Knives. Whew. Close one. Jeez. Somehow beat the Viper. Crazy game.
Meren versus Urel.
Paladin. Probably a Libram Paladin.
You saw nothing.
Love to see the Sword Shiner. But if you have a dig for treasure, you often want to throw away your Sword Shiner because this always finds the Sword Shiner. So we have step 1 complete of dig for treasures. Let's just find quick pick now. For truly skilled, we will find the quick pick. And we are pretty skilled. So love to see it. And with prep, we can actually do our thing next turn, which is blistering fast for this deck. And we also have Sharp Shipment to continue our crazy draw. Looks like my opponent also has a pretty nice draw of their own. So prep, dig for treasure, we'll find the Sword Shiner and the coin. And we're just going to ignore their minions. Opt for just hitting them in the head. And next turn I might just dig for treasure again for Sword Shiner. Looks like my opponent would want to do a little bit of a race. I respect it. I respect it. Oh, nice. We just find the Sword Shiner. Unfortunately, we're losing out on the coin, but that's okay. So it's pretty much like we didn't draw a card. So I guess it's not great. Anyway, let's just go for a little bit of a trade because their aggression's freaking me out.
Stay back.
Hit them in the head. And let's Sword Shiner. Let's see if this convinces my opponent that I am the aggressive deck. Nope. They believe they are the aggressive deck. I respect it. I don't respect that at all, actually. Okay. So the rest of the game, I am playing no minions because I've already played both of mine. So I'm just going to prep out Sharp Shipment, get a Deadly Poison going, and Valera's Gift will find me a Backstab to deal with their plushie.
No honor among thieves.
And now I have the most broken weapon in the game. Very nice. And we have all the interaction we can want with Stick Up, can answer a variety of things. Eviscerate can target their minions if necessary.
There is time for prayer.
Urel.
Time for action.
Good old Urel. So let's see what Stick Up can find us. Stick Up can find... Dehydrate's pretty strong here. So we can deal with their 3/3 and give them access to a bunch of things I'm not sure I want them to have access to. I think I might just ignore what they're doing. Yeah. If in doubt, just ignore what they're doing.
Stay back.
Hit them in the head. Yep. Yep. Because if I kill this, they can get, I believe, a Libram will buff up this fella, so gain them more life. And I think there is another Libram that is just strip gain 8. So want to avoid that as well. Libram of Divinity will gain them quite a bit. But I think I think we got this one. A little bit of excess damage. Show them what's up. 5 over. Turn 6. Very nasty. Very nasty. Turns out I was the aggressive deck the whole time. And we're ranking up. Love to see it. Druid. So probably dealing with
You saw nothing.
some Arcanite defense crystals and other taunt nonsense, probably Dungar as well. So can we race Dungar is the name of the game. And racing involves the old sword shiner. So let's find the pirate. Just simply find the pirate. Found him. Found my good friend. So we just dig and end the turn. Got 2 coins and a dream. Next turn we got a nice little quick pick action. Just hit him in the head for 1. Get that armor off them. Draw a nice Fan of Knives. Next turn's looking like a Sword Shiner, Coin, Deadly Poison kind of turn. Ramp on turn 3, per usual. So let's just do Sword Shiner, Coin, Deadly Poison, and let's send 5 up top. Deafen, love to see Deafen versus the Druid. Let's end the turn. This can be like a pseudo Deafen with that Paladin quick draw card. Gain 10 armor. Very strong into my hit you as hard as I can deck. Yep. Oh, nice. Do I want to prep that out? I think I would rather not prep it out. I think prep can be better suited somewhere else. The only thing I would want to do there is maybe prep Fan of Knives, but I will, in fact, coin out my second Dig for Treasure. That way we don't draw a redundant Sword Shiner and end the turn. Keeping a nice full hand with Weapon Rogue. Crystal Cluster into hopefully not Dungar. Wishful thinking, for sure. Let's see what a stick up can provide us. A trolley problem? I think I like trolley problem. I'm not doing much else with my mana if I don't do that. So let's prep out trolley problem. Do a mic drop. And let's also spend a coin for a deadly poison. Hit them for an uncomfortable amount of damage. And we will end the turn. So we have 9 power. We're just hopefully trying to dodge 9 mana win the game. Rising Waves. Not 9 mana win the game. Love to see it. Mista Vista, nice to see you. Always great to see you. Tide Pools. Great. I'm liking our chances. Prep. Dissonant Hip Hop. So that's 3, 4, 15. So I just need to come up with 2 more damage.
It will come to me.
So I just need to find a way to spend 1 mana for this mic drop to be online. So let's Fan of Knives. Perfect. Prep. Dissonant Hip Hop. Is that its name? Dissonant Hip Hop? Yeah, perfect. Heat Wave. And then mic drop will find me exact lethal. Nice. Worked our way through. Tons of armor gain. And dodged the Dungar. I'm not even sure if they are the Dungar deck. I'm not sure if that's a Mista Vista kind of deck, but took down the armor gain druid.